Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it. Here we go. 51. You're not ready. You're not. Kill. Then we're going to 53.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get line,
there he goes, Amari Cooper. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Forbath to send it away now following. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts in drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sean Lee picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Brady. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is White on the screen. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of... Thank you.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brady, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game.
And the pressure gets to him again. Sean Lee able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Brady. He hits White, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Brady's throw there complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis for this first half of action. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Watch the safety.
And they will run it with Michelle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got him in. Complete. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 40 touchdown.
Yeah. My eyes are like magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we how could you? Make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
S-T-R-O. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
There you go. Wide in. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Prescott to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended. Target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Watching the guard. Don't get nervous.
To the air again, Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 38, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he's going to go down again. DJ Reader able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down carry by Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He finds Austin complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Austin. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. Big loss here as he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards on the ground. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
from the red zone now. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback,
and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jameis Olawale taking it in. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. And let's get that.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades when be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase the
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Hey, here we go. Line in. Here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You got 54. Line in. You got nothing. Hey, watch it. Watch it. We're going to 54. Line in.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Prescott. Letting one fly deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Delta. 43. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 18.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Here's Trubisky to throw. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, box truck.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, I 7. 43's the mic. That's not new. Blue. 43. Check, 43.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Bravo. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Excellent job on that play. A big, big loss. 18 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey, Haywood. Red, up. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Here's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I want to work.
43's the mic. Tackles. 43's the mic.
Hey, exit.
I got one.
18.
Boy, 43. Check. 43.
Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
43's the mic.
Hey, echo.
Check. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey.
Alert.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Mike's 43.
Hey, wahoo.
I don't think you got it, son. 43's the mic. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, ball. Undercrunch. Hey, Alpha.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
43. March 43. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On the carry, here's Olawale. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Here's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They go to Elliott again. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll run it with Olawale. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Throwing. Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First down and 10. That's the end of the third quarter.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Get that quarterback, D-Rod. Get that quarterback.
Prescott now. This to Jarwin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Come up the ball. Say.
Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
And that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Trubisky on first down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
5. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Now Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Delta. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Alert. Blue.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hey, zoom. Tight down. There you go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, box drop. 43. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak. 43 is the mic. Red, come. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he fends it. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott to throw it. And that's Elliott complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Prescott to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Forbath will put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Alert. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Smith. March 43. Man, I got you. 43 in the 18. Here we go. Hey, March 7. Watch the run.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Pick the edge. Go.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
180. 65. Lock in.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?